If you're looking for a compact luxury SUV that balances comfort, performance, and Scandinavian design, this may be the one for you. Welcome to Side Roads. I'm Carlos, and this is a 2026 Volvo XC60 B5. The 2026 XC60 keeps a Volvo clean and elegant design language. But for most luxury SUVs, the interior experience is really important. So let's take a look. The interior of the 2026 Volvo XC60 B5 is great, and once again, a perfect example of what Volvo can do. So Volvo interiors are pretty similar across a range, which is also typical for many brands, but each one is a little bit special. So the materials are all nice and super high quality and very well put together. It feels really solid. The support points are okay. This could be softer, but it's still comfortable. We have two memory seats for two different drivers, and all windows are one touch up and down. The steering wheel comes wrapped in leather and is heated, and it's really nice in your hands. The seats are heated and ventilated, and I find them really comfortable, and we have an extension on the bottom cushion here too. We have a 12.3 inches digital gauge cluster, and I would say this is a simpler one in the market, but it's nice. I think Volvo approach to their cars is different than the rest, and this could be an option for many buyers that are not crazy about 1,000 screens and lights. So it's pretty simple. You have all the information that you need. The maps can be all the time in the middle, or you can mute that too, but you know, it's not tiring, is friendly, is for everybody, I would say. And then this is an 11.2 inches new screen here with Google integration that give you Google Maps and Google Assistance. And it's really cool, and the design itself is pretty much like a smartphone. So it's pretty easy to use, and the design on the controls and everything is pretty easy. Some of them you need 2 or 3 touches to get them going, but besides that, anybody will be really familiar here because it truly feels like a smartphone. So I like that. It's really clear, it's well responsive too, and the air conditioning control are integrated here. So again, this is, in some cases you have to touch twice for it, but I like how they are designed and how easy to use they are to a certain level. It comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto wire. We also have a premium Bowers & Wilkins sound system, and it's fantastic. It feels like you are in a concert when the sound is going and the music is going. This is really nice. Other than that, the materials are super high quality. We have this trim here that is wood, but Volvo give you a pretty cool options and combinations for your interiors. We are in an all black interior, as you can see here, but it's still very classy. This is minimalistic, but it's not in your face. I like this, and the luxury part is focused on the materials and the execution on the cabin more than lights and crazy screens. I really like this approach. We have here a wireless charger, 2 cup holders, the crystal shifter typical from Volvo. Your engine start is like a rotary thing here, and the center console is on the small side. The glove box is huge. We have this massive panoramic sunroof, especially for the size of the car. So I fit behind myself based on my driving position. There is a good amount of space for my knees and my height. There is an armrest there with 2 cup holders. The seats are heated. They can be folded 40-20-40, which is good if you want to, carry something long in the middle there. There are air vents on the side and in the middle, and there are air conditioning control. I find the seats really comfortable. The trunk I also find pretty practical and big enough for the class. I like the XC60 interior. I like Volvo interiors. This tells you I am a luxury car without any tricks. This is true luxury. The XC60 B5 Comes with a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine that produces 247 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque, paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. It also has a mild hybrid system. It comes also standard with all-wheel drive. In terms of safety, the XC60 comes with all the advanced driver assistance systems that Volvo is known for. Fuel efficiency for the XC60 is at 10 liters per 100 kilometers city, 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers highway, which is 23 mpg city and 30 mpg highway. Price for the XC60 B5, which is a 4-cylinder engine model, starts in Canada around 61,000 Canadian dollars, and the top trim goes to around 73,000 Canadian dollars without options. Our test car is around 78,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, the base price starts around 51,000 US dollars, and the top trim goes to around 61,000 US dollars without options. The XC60 competes in the compact luxury SUV segment against cars like the Genesis GV70, the BMW X3, the Mercedes-Benz GLC, and the Audi A5. And if you can see in the graphic, they are so competitive in terms of price, power, everything. This segment is really, really tough. So now, if you like the price and the position of the XC60 against competitors, let's see how it drives. Driving the XC60 is a good experience. And I'm sorry, I'm going to look distracted, but the roads are messy, has been snowing, so I have to pay attention to the road more than the usual. So I like the XC60. It's a great combination of luxury and comfort with a little bit of, enjoyment while driving. So let me start with the cabin. The cabin is extremely quiet. That is to be expected in a luxury vehicle, but it's here, and I appreciate that, especially in the highway. Like I have taken this car for a few, medium trips, and oh my God, it's just like you are isolated from the road and the world, and I like that. It makes it really comfortable and relaxing and, luxurious. I like that. Really, really quiet, this cabin. You may be listening to noise in the background. Again, the roads are covered in snow and water, and that creates a lot of noise. Plus, I'm not driving in the most, smooth street out there. So there you go. But I can tell you, it's really, really quiet. Then the steering. The steering is soft, I would say, for the most part. I find it direct, and you really feel that you are immediately controlling the wheels. I like how fast it is. It feels a little bit artificial on the way, but in general terms, living, with this car in a daily basis, everybody will be fine. It's really comfortable and nice and uncomplicated to drive. So I like that. Then we have the suspension. The suspension is also a tricky one. I believe this car has air suspension, and it does a lot of stuff. I'm not sold by it, but it's good. So in the highway, oh my God. And I think this is where this car shines, is the highway for sure. Let's separate the air suspension part for a second. You cannot feel any imperfection from the road in this car. The cabin doesn't vibrate. There are no noises here, nothing. And again, my roads are not the greatest, so I can tell that in any car, and this is fantastic. That calibration there is excellent. The way that they can really make your life while being in this cabin, like, amazing. That is great. So back to the air suspension. They have these two modes, soft or firm. When it's in soft, of course, it's comfortable and soft and no issues. I would like it to be a little bit more tied down than this, but it's soft. So it's okay. I'm expecting that. When you put it in firm, it is a little bit too stiff for my taste. And then it's not giving me the sporty feeling that I wanted, so it's not that soft, and it's also too firm to me. It's okay overall. I think it could be, reprogrammed or retuned a little bit better, but it's okay. For the most part, what I'm trying to experience here is comfort and luxury, and all that is 100% achieved here. Could be also that we are riding on a 22 inches wheels, which looks amazing on this car, but maybe it's hurting the whole comfort, or even the firm part is taken away from the sportiness that I was expecting, and it made it way too firm and bouncy to me. I don't know. It's okay. I have no complaints. I just was expecting a little bit more of a sporty drive here, and I couldn't find it. But it's fine. I mean, there are sportier versions on this segment. That is for everyone. I think Volvo has achieved the perfect blend between luxury and driving dynamics. So it's not too luxurious and absent. It's not too sporty and crazy. So I think it's a middle point here for many, many buyers. That is good. Visibility is great. This is somehow tall and square off design for Volvo. So the windows are big. The side mirrors has the perfect size. I can park this car no issue. I love the position and everything. The windshield is big. The back window is massive, and you have a huge amount of visibility. And the headrest, you can control from here and take them down if you don't have passengers, so even better visibility. The D pillar is a little bit thick, but you have blind spot monitoring, a 360 camera, so you should be good with that. The transmission is an 8-speed transmission. It's a good combination for this engine, which we are going to talk about in a bit. And it's really smooth shifting. And in the highway does it like you can barely feel it. When you are in the city, you can feel it more, and you floor it, you feel it more. So it's good. I think it's doing a good job here with the engine and the power, and the middle point between comfort and sportiness, or a little bit of an active driving here. So it's good. The brakes I find also really good. It's perfectly appropriate for this car. They feel powerful and can stop this car with no issues. The brakes are fine. The engine, though, is a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo, and we have 247 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque. By the numbers, you may think, which is completely appropriate for the segment and the size of the car, everything. So it's good. But you see it. Like, I used to own a Mazda CX-5, and it had 250 horsepower. It never felt like this. And this is why you need to test drive, because the numbers may tell you a story, but when you drive a car, it's different. The tuning on this engine, I'm super surprised by. When I just got the car, I didn't have all the specs. I had no idea what I was driving. In some point, I saw it was a plug-in hybrid. So imagine that. It's good. The engine in combination with the transmission. So from a stop, you can feel it's a 4-cylinder turbo. In first and second, I would say. And then it becomes this almost electric feeling driving. It's hard for me to describe, but it's really, really good. Again, super surprised. And when you are on a speed, because the transmission, you can barely feel it, also give you this electric feeling. It feels torquey, and I saw that I was driving a much more powerful engine. So that is really good. It gives you comfort. It gives you assurance. Like, you feel that you are driving a much more powerful vehicle. You have, the fuel efficiency from a 2-cylinder turbo, if you can say that is efficient, depending on the segment or whatever, will be better than a 6-cylinder for sure, or it should at least. So it is really good. I am super surprised. So it's competitive on the class. It feels good. I don't think anybody will think immediately that they are driving a four-cylinder, like I couldn't tell at the beginning because I went right away to the highway. In the city you could 100%, but once you are up to I think over 40 or 50 kilometers per hour, you have no idea. Is this a floating, smooth operating machine? I really, really like it. Thanks for watching, and please let me know what you think about the 2026 Volvo XC60.